Optimists in the federal coalition believe that come September, its election win will be so emphatic that it will kill off future Labor leaders. Nowhere are Liberal hopes higher than in Western Sydney, where Labor holds a swag of seats. The former Immigration Minister Chris Bowen and rising star Ed Husic hold two of them. Both are on margins above 7% and should be considered safe. But as political editor Chris Uhlmann found when he spent time with both MPs, neither is feeling secure.
Sydney's sprawling west will be a key battlefield in election 2013.
Liberal at this stage, but I'm not overly impressed with Abbott just yet.
I prefer none of them, to tell you the truth.
Julia, bugger off.
Because the Liberal Party aims to storm Labor's heartland.
Look, my name's Isabel White.
And in its secret dreams, the coalition sees a
nature that we see across the country.
Chris Bowen's roots run deep in Fairfield. He was elected to the council at just 22 and mayor by 25. Then he started a program that publicly recognises local achievers, like soccer star Harry Kuehl, who grew up in the same Smithfield street.
I used to come home from school and study in the back room, and I could hear Harry kicking the soccer ball against the roller door as he practiced. And I go to schools and I say, look, you just got to follow your dream.
Here he's well known and well liked, and the issues are bread and butter politics.
You've got our support, so good luck with everything.
Good on you.
What we want you to do, though, is bring back this commercial sector.
Yeah, well, Fairfield's had its issues over the years, hasn't it?
It has. It'll be nice to see the Fairfield commercial sector back up and running again, the way it used to be, the vibrant place.
I remember when I was a kid, we used to come in here, you know, Thursday night shopping.
And it was full.
Knock and Kirby on the corners, and you could not get a parking space.
But Chris Bowen's personal brand isn't the problem in McMahon.
Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm glad to see you, and I feel sorry for you for what happened to the Labor Party. They're really shit. Really.
Even constituents who've had direct assistance from the local member are torn.
For me now, I got a citizenship, so I want to change the government.
You want to change it?
Yeah.
Does that mean changing Chris?
No, sorry, not about this one. No, not about this one. No.
The one glaring omission from Chris Bowen's campaign material is any reference to Labor.
Is the Labor Party a drag on your brand at the moment?
Well, the Labor Party is having a tough period, no doubt about that.
The Labor Party absolutely has to hold this ground in Western Sydney if it's to win or stand any chance at the next election. Can the other members and you do that?
I believe we can. I believe we all have a fight on our hands, but I believe if you look at Labor's Western Sydney MPs, it's a great group of people. Most of us grew up here, raising families here, dedicated to Western Sydney because we believe in Western Sydney, we believe in making a difference, and I believe that message, that story, will at the end of the day win out on election day.
The Liberal candidate for McMahon is Ray King. He's police commander at Liverpool, but the Liberal Party says that as a serving officer, he can't be interviewed until he takes leave from the force.
I wish you good luck.
Thanks very much, Phil. I think that says it all, doesn't it? I mean, you can't speak up for your area if you're not allowed to speak out.
There's no obvious reason why university student and candidate for the seat of Chifley, Isabel White, can't be interviewed.
The young Isabel.
Thank you very much.
But when 7:30 asked for an interview with the candidate, the Liberal Party refused.
How's business going at the moment?
Oh, we're dead, totally dead.
At the national level of politics, you'll be pressured and you'll be tested from time to time, as I certainly have in terms of representing the issues that are near and dear to me. You can't speak up if you don't front up.
In recent weeks, Ed Husic's been shirt-fronting his own government, questioning cuts to single mother benefits and attacking a $20 million grant to lure Disney to shoot a movie in Sydney when his local hospital can't get an MRI scanner.
Is there an advantage for you, though, in being seen to campaign against the Gillard government?
Well, I've taken the approach all along that if I thought that our community was not getting its fair share, I'd speak up.
In January, Ed Husic fought government cuts to a cash-strapped program that supports 90 families.
Learning Ground is a behavioural management program which helps families, not just kids with behavioural problems.
80% of Learning Grounds families are Aboriginal. It has one part-time paid worker, costs just $250,000 a year to run, and much of that is raised privately. Yet at the start of the year, its Commonwealth funding was cut without notice, and the entire program was threatened.
The pressure was well and truly on to actually, because the term was going to start and the doors would have been shut. So what we had to do was just find some funding source.
You know, dog with a bone. It was just amazing. Wasn't going to let it happen.
So with more money secured, Learning Grounds' tenuous existence is assured for another 2 years.
Thanks to these ladies, I've turned my life around. Now I'm trying to give back.
In normal times, neither Ed Husic or Chris Bowen would be under threat. Each holds his seat with a healthy margin. But Labor's stocks in New South Wales are at an historic low, and it is being blamed for a multitude of real and imagined woes.
The economy is getting worse day by day because government spent too much money and there's no work.
Is it Julia Gillard you don't like?
Yeah. A lot of things are wrong, the way she chooses things, especially for families. Everything is so expensive and everything is much more dearer than a few years ago.
It's too early to start tallying the price Labor might pay in Western Sydney at an election still 5 months away. But right now, the sitting MPs believe there's no such thing as a safe seat.
Political editor Chris Uhlmann.